game. It's Philippines versus China. And Philippines have called it right at the coin toss, and they will have a bat first. Slightly gloomy conditions, a little overcast here at Sano. of China. We've got quite a few all-rounders: Hating, Huing, Japing, Mengting, Mink, Qian, Ruik, Yuting, Yuzi, Z, and Using. Some specialist batters out there, but mostly they've got a lot of all-rounders in their ranks, which is really good to see. And taking you through the lineup of Philippines: Busa, the all-rounder, followed by Medianista, Donovan, Waldes, Keane, Sira, Smith, Andrieno, really good at the top of the order, and she can also ball spin. Masaya, Keane, and Castillo. And just to reconfirm, it's Philippines who have won the toss and they will be batting first. Both teams will be in action very shortly. They'll be taking the field, and it's all about consolidation, really. It's all about booking your place, booking your third spot, and they'll be looking to just finish their tournament on a high. They won't be able to progress to the final. Their road ends here, but they would want to end the road on a high. And the two umps out in the middle. We'll just have a look at the surface. Just ensure everything is on order before we get underway. And that's the Chinese team out on the field. And soon enough, we'll see the Philippines openers as well. There you go. Few minutes away from live action. I think it's going to be Ruik. No surprises there. She will be opening the bowling for China. How good she has been with the new ball. She has a tendency of getting a lot of swing in the air, even when the ball gets a little older. She's a very tricky customer to contend with. She's very accurate with her bowling, and she's got the weapon as well in swinging delivery, a potent weapon in her arsenal. Andriano will be facing the music first up. She'll take the strike. Smith will be at the other end. So the umpire has signal play. Players are in position. Forward point in position. Short third man in place. No slip. Slightly on the leg side. Slight bit of confusion between Adriano and Smith. They don't take that run. And we are away here at Sano International Cricket Stadium. It's a fight for the third spot. It's all about consolation. Consolation win is what they need. Nicely balled Yorker, an outside edge. Adriano was not looking comfortable against that ball. She was on the back foot to a fuller length delivery. Does really well to get some bat on it, and she's away. She's down at the non-striker's end now. Smith will be facing Ruik. Lovely delivery. A little tentative. Smith early on was not really sure whether to play at that one. Just a tentative poke. Ruik too good on that occasion. A little wider on that occasion, and umpire doesn't like that. Calls it a wide. She'll have to reball that, but I guess she was just within the wide guideline. A tight call for her. Tight call from the umpire. This one's down the leg side. This one's clearly wide. Just getting her radar wrong in this over. Something you don't often see from Ruik. She's always on target. Perhaps the ball is swinging a bit too much. Maybe that's why she's not quite able to get her control right. But she shouldn't be phased about that. And these are early days for both teams. She's got plenty of time left. Now that's much better. But that's been clipped away on the leg side. Smith will get off the mark as well. So both Filipino openers are off the mark. 1 run each for Adriano and Smith. Much fuller this time. Nicely struck down the ground, mid-off. Cuts it off. Can't pierce the infield there. Block hold and delivery. Squeezes that one out. Straight to the fielder at mid-on. Tidy start for Philippines first up. They're 4 for none after one. Philippines will be looking to post a decent score. They got off to a good start. They need runs on the board. Batting has been a little bit of a concern against Mongolia. They went all guns blazing, posted the highest score of the competition. I think it was 160 plus, and they went on to win that game quite comfortably. So they've got the record of posting the highest score in this competition. Now Yuan from the other end, and that's been the go-to strategy for China: pace from one end, spin from the other end. That's been the plan inside the power play early doors. And both bowlers are pretty effective. Rui can shape the ball a long way. Quinn doesn't really turn the ball with the new ball, but she's quite accurate. She's at the stumps. She can deceive the batters with her flight. A bit of an inside edge. Very tentative. Not really convincing. Not a very convincing shot from Smith there, but she manages to keep that away. Goes on the back foot, opens the face of the bat, steers it past the fielder at forward point. It's into the gap. Will she come back for the second? Just takes a single. Good bit of stroke there from Smith. Just opening the face of the bat, playing that skillfully. That's been slogged away in the air, just over the mid-wicket fielder. Some signs of aggression being shown by Adriano. He wants to take the attack to Qin. There's 2 runs coming off this over. Very tidy over from Chinese perspective. Slightly on the shorter side, goes deep in her crease, punches it straight to point, and that will bring us to the end of the over. 6 for none after 2. Ruik to continue. Whoa, lovely delivery. Almost gets that one through into the block hole. Tails back in pretty late. Both Adriano and Smith know what to expect from Ruik. They know what to expect from the Chinese bowlers early doors. And they've been so effective inside the power play. And if you lose wickets in cluster inside the power play, you're almost crippled. Umpire not interested on that occasion, immediately moves away. Must have been going down leg. Now there's an appeal. They're all appealing. Adriano probably had her heart inside her mouth because that was really close to the outside edge of the bat. Nicely defended. Good piece of work there by Adriano. That ball was coming back in quite sharply. Very watchful on that occasion. Nicely struck. Now that's driven into the gap, and I think the ball will win the race. We'll see the first boundary of the match. Adriano really latching onto that one. No ball as well, I think, but we'll see. That's the case, but look at that shot. Juicy half volley from Ruik. Nothing wrong with the delivery, but it was an outstanding shot from Adriano. Gets to the pitch of the ball, gets into the right position. There was a little bit of room on offer, and she went through with that shot. A glorious cover drive through the offside. So Ruik not proving to be effective enough in the last 2 games. In the previous game, she was wicketless, if my memory serves me correctly. And even in this match, she's facing a little bit of resistance from the Filipino batters. End of the over. It's 10 for none after 3. So Kuan to continue. Beaten on the drive. Nicely flighted delivery by Kwan deceived Smith on that occasion. Misses out again. This time a little on the shorter side. Just goes past the outside edge of her bat. Goes deep in her crease. Nudged to point. And there's a run out. Would you believe it? A catastrophic early doors for Philippines. A razor sharp throw by the fielder, and Smith has been run out. Look at that. She plays it straight to the fielder. She was off. She started running. We don't have a clear visual of it, but looks like there was a direct hit, and that's what did the better. That's what did the trick for China, and it got the better of Smith. And early wicket for China. It's 10 for 1. Philippines lose a wicket in the form of a run out. The partnership was going along nicely, but that will just jolt them a little bit. Chips it in the air. This could be a wicket, I guess. Just falls short, and looks like that's one Waldes who just walked out to the middle, and she will be at the other end now after Adriano took that single. Not really comfortable there, just swinging her bat at that one from a stationary position. Valdes will have to show some positive footwork there. That was an ordinary shot, nothing short really. Got to use your feet well, much better. Times it down the ground, but straight to the fielder, straight to the bowler. End of the over, successful one for China. It's 11 for 1 after 4. So change of bowling for China. Ruik has been taken out of the attack. Mengtin comes in. It looks like there was a faint touch on that one. Leg by signaled by the umpire. A bit of a leading edge on that occasion. Just got Mengting excited a little bit. Worked away on the leg side, low full toss. Another quick single taken this time. Risky, but They just managed to survive that. They've got to be careful. They lost a wicket while running between the wickets. They had a run out early on in their innings. We don't want another run out, otherwise, it'll really be a problem. It'll put them in a spot of bother. And that's been slogged high in the air, but not high enough. Long on, in position, takes the catch, and China get two wickets in quick succession. Both Filipino openers back in the hut. This time it's Adriano. Look at that, it was in the slot, and she just could not resist the big shot. She wanted to go down the ground, just could not get hold of it, and long on fielder just backpedals ever so slightly and pouches it safely. It's 13 for 2. China making a bit of a comeback really with the ball. Filipino started off well. Their openers were going along nicely and they've been pegged back big time. So Mengting gets the first wicket, gets her first wicket, and that wicket brings in Donovan. Philippines now in a spot of bother. They've lost two quick wickets, and it's time for them to rebuild, time for them to reconsolidate. Oh, a little bit iffy on that occasion. Was not sure whether to play at that point or let it go. A tentative start for Donovan. Mengting has really made an immediate statement. Punches it down the ground and it beats the fielder at mid-on. Will we see the first boundary from her? Yes, we do. What a way to get off the mark and what a way to end the over as well. That over was turning out to be a fine one from Mengting, but that boundary will just ruin her figures ever so slightly. Too short on that occasion. Donovan had all the time in the world to punch that down the ground. Gets the placement right as well. End of the over. It's 17 for 2 after 5. So Kian to continue. The spinners are having some impact in this match for China. Now this is close. Looked like a good shout. May have been two noises there. That was certainly going straight on. No questions about that. Now Philippines have got some work to do. They've got their task cut out. It's time for them to rebuild and they've got to rebuild quickly enough. Oh, that was very, very close. That was mighty close to the stumps. Could have so easily chopped it back onto the stumps. Waldes living dangerously at the minute. 1 of 6, unable to get her innings underway fluently enough. An inside edge again. She was looking to belt that down the ground. Waldes will need to be careful. She's not in yet. She's not got her eyes in. She's not looking settled, and you want to refrain from playing those shots. You're better off playing conventional shots at this stage. Oh, would you believe it? Has she taken it? She has, but I don't think the ball has carried. Now I get a feeling every ball is like a wicket ball, really. Something's about to happen. You get a sense of it really. Kwan is creating opportunities in this over. She's created a few already. We've got two balls to go in this over. Cut away this time. Point fielder does well. Run out, appeal. Shake of the head from the umpire. She really had to hurry, Waldes. She struck that ball quite nicely, but it went straight to the fielder at point. She really had to hurry, and a much better throw would have really got Waldes in trouble. The last ball of the power play. It's been a good one so far for China. If they can pick up another wicket, then they'll really be in a dominating position. Just one run coming off this over. Nicely driven this time. Point fielder intercepts it and keeps it down to a dot delivery. So end of the over, end of the power play. 6 overs done. It's 18 for 2. Philippines have got a start, but China have pegged them back. They picked up two wickets, two crucial wickets inside the power play. Could have been three or four because Kwan was in threatening form with the ball in the last over. Almost had Donovan and Waldes. Mengton to continue from over the wicket. Punched off the back foot. It's into the gap, just wide of the field at cover. And singles will make them feel a lot better. They need runs on the board. They need to set a target. Cut away this time off the back foot, but just doesn't get the placement right. She wanted the run, but it was straight to the fielder. And quick throw as well. Doesn't allow Donovan to get off strike. Swing and a miss. Nicely tossed up and totally deceived on that occasion. Donovan wanted to swing across the line. Gets beaten all ends up. Stumping chance as well behind the stumps, but her back foot stayed grounded behind the line. So no problems with that. Cut away this time and she gets it into the gap. Will not go all the way. They'll take a single. That single will take Philippines to 20. Scoring at exactly 3 runs per over. And I think Philippines would be eyeing to get past 80. At least 80, 80 plus, between 80 to 100. We've seen teams batting second struggle. Anything less than that, China will have a chance, but they'll still have to bat well. Now this is really close. Could have been a suicidal run out. The throw was off target, and that's what Mengting's trying to tell the fielder. The throw could have been a little better because clearly Waldes was struggling. She was yards out of her crease, of her crease there. Chips it in the air on the leg side, chips it away, and they've taken four singles in that over. So a decent one for Philippines. Runs are coming, albeit at a very low rate. 7 overs done, it's 22 for 2. So Huyung into the attack for the first time, and lots of spinners will be into the equation. China have got a plethora of spin bowling options. Now, this is not a very good start from Huying. Was pretty close to being called a no ball that pitched miles outside the off stump, almost on the edge of the pitch. Gets away with a wide, much better this time at the stumps. Not sure what happened to her in the previous delivery. She's way off target, but then she follows it up with a very good delivery tossed up at the stumps. Slightly on the shorter side, punched out the back foot. A bit of a misfield by the fielder at short extra cover. Will they come back for the second? No, just a single. Much quicker through the air. Waldes was trying to turn that one away on the leg side. Just couldn't get any bat on that one. That ball just takes Waldes by surprise. Viewing, trying to vary her pace. Floated delivery, low full toss, hit straight to mid off. Chance of a run out. Ooh, mighty close there. Waldes uh, would have probably had her heart in her mouth. She would have been quite nervous as soon as she set off. She had to realize that she had very little time to get to that end. Chips it in the air, down the ground, long off, will be in action, and it'll just be a single. So just a solitary boundary for Philippines in this innings so far. China doing well so far, but they need to keep an eye on their scoring rate. They need to keep an eye on the score. It's inching forward. It's inching. That's been clubbed, but fielder at square leg seemed a little interested. Now keeper went way forward to collect the ball, then a bit of a backhand flick, throw off target, but a productive first over. Uh, Productive over this. Hewing slightly on the expensive side, conceding 6 runs. It's 28 for 2. 8 overs done. So Ruik comes back. She's been the pick of the ballers for China in this tournament, but she's not been able to strike. Economy rate slightly on the higher side as well. That's been slogged away on the leg side. Is it into the gap? Yes, it is, but there's a boundary right in the deep. Will be able to cut it off. So Ruik not quite able to contain the flow of runs. She's proving to be just a touch expensive, and more importantly, she's been wicketless. Down the leg side, gets a radar wrong, and that will be a wide. And that's been chipped in the air. Could be out. Oh, put down. And overthrows as well. It's turning from bad to worse, really, for China. Ruik did everything right, just could not get the wicket. The catch went down at point, and an opportunity goes begging. How costly would that drop chance be? That was a good delivery. She balled, and always a demoralizing sight for a bowler when you put in all the hard yards, but you don't get the backing of your fielders. Left alone this time, ball angling away. Doesn't offer a shot there. That's been chipped in the air down the ground. Another catch goes down. Would you believe it? We've seen two drop chances in this over off the bowling of Ruik, and both of them were relatively straightforward catches that should have been taken, but they go down, and a couple of lifelines given to the Filipino batters. They've been riding their luck. Ruik not at all impressed one bit. That's a really good delivery. Goes past the inside edge of Waldes' bat. chances. Philippines still 2 down, could have easily been 4 down. Now Mengting to continue. She's been a little attacking in her approach. She's bowled with some control. Now leading edge up in the air, keeper tried to go after that one. Balls flying to all parts, opportunities being created by the Chinese bowlers. That ball was up in the air, and there was certainly a chance, a tough one slightly, but clearly Waldes and Donovan not looking very confident. Geez, we've seen three drop chances in the space of what, 10 odd deliveries. China trying hard but not hard enough. They've got to feel better. That's slightly on the shorter side. That's been whipped away, but straight to the fielder at square leg. And a direct hit as well. Witten off a cutaway. Good stop. And this could be a chance, I guess. Oh, the keeper does not gather the ball cleanly. They're taking quite a lot of risks. Donovan and Waldes. They have been running between the wickets, taking risky singles, and then they've also played some false shots in the air. They've gotten away with it. Last ball of the 10th over. And it'll be a dot to finish the over. We're at the halfway stage. Drinks will be called on the field. And Philippines just hanging in there, riding their luck at the moment. 10 overs done is 37 for 2. Time for the players to have a quick refreshment break. So drinks interval is over. We're all set to resume once again. Looking at the projected scores, they're going at 3.7 runs per over. At this rate, they'll go on to score 74. 5 and over will take them to 87. 7 and over from here on will take them to 107. That'll be a massive score if they get their 9 and over. Seems very unlikely at this stage, but if they are to go at 9 runs per over, it'll take them to 127. But realistically, Philippines would be looking to get anywhere between 80 to 100. Down the ground this time towards mid on rather. Quinn to ball her last over. She's balled really nicely. She's looked threatening, but she's been wicketless. So partnership building. Donovan has moved on to 15 in no time, scoring at a good rate. Uses a feet Waldes on that occasion and takes another quick single. Even she moves into double figures now. Waldes has been a little slow to get her innings underway. Donovan scoring at a very healthy rate, almost a run a ball. And that's really, really impressive. Batters have struggled to score at a run a ball consistently enough in this tournament. She's done that. She's got a start, and she's got to convert that into a big score. And now that's almost a flighted delivery. Yorker length ball that's been clipped away on the leg side. China trying to break this partnership. They've got their eyes on the Filipino score. It's now moved on to 40. Anything more than 60 will just get them a little uncomfortable. Almost a chance there, almost a breakthrough. Waldes goes so deep in her crease, almost played that ball onto her stumps, but she gets away with it. At the moment, fortune favoring Philippines. They've been riding their luck. They're able to score consistently. A few lifelines were also given to them by the Chinese fielders. That's been chipped in the air over the leg side, and she's found the gap as well. No one at cow corner. All she had to do was pick that one up. She did that quite nicely, hit that cleanly enough, and clears the infield with ease. Look at that. In the slot, goes after that one and gets hold of it. Easy as you like. Donovan looking good, looking very confident. Not good signs if you are a China supporter, but if you're in the Philippines camp, you'll have good feeling about Donovan's innings so far. Philippines comfortably placed 45. Now this is really, really close. There's an appeal. Oh, that was very, very close. It even kept the umpire interested. And now he's probably explaining the bowler why he signaled that not out. End of the over, a very eventful over. Could have been a wicket in the last ball, but Donovan survives. It's 45 for 2. 11 overs done. Yuting into the attack for the first time. Another spinner introduced. Now that's a low full toss that's been lofted high in the air. Fielder circling and taken this time on the second attempt. Fielding hasn't really been up to the mark for China. They dropped almost another catch, would have been their fourth drop chance. And Yuting strikes, not a very impressive delivery first half, but effective enough as long as it gives you a wicket, and the partnership has been broken. Waldes departs, Yuting strikes in a very first ball of a spell. It's 45 for 3. The partnership has been broken. Some respite for China. They got to feel better though. They almost dropped that catch. Now there's an appeal for a leg before wicket, but ball clearly going down leg. Now that's really short. That's a poor delivery. And the ball did not come right out of Yuting's hands. A couple of bounces before reaching the keeper, and it will be a no ball. Free hit delivery. Chance for Philippines to capitalize on. A bit of a misfield there will allow them to come back for the second run. Attempt made by Yuting, a run out attempt, but clearly Keane was well inside a crease. Much slower through the air, plays it very late towards the offside. No run there. Driven, but can't pierce the gap. Just a dot ball. That's a pretty loopy full toss, hit straight to the fielder at short extra cover, gets away with it. Umpire is satisfied with the height of the ball. So 12 overs done, it's 48 for 3. Uzi, another Chinese spinner introduced into the attack. Philippines inching closer to the 50-run mark. They're in a good position, scoring at 4 runs per over, which is really impressive. Punched off the back foot straight to the bowler. Now tries to go for a big heave on the leg side, misses it, gets struck on her pads, but impact may have been outside the line. Uses a feed. This time she gets some bat on it. She works that one away on the leg side. Will pick up a single. Worked away on the leg side. Gets it really fine. Backward square leg. Sprints hard at that one. And stops that. Slight bit of fumble there. That single will take Philippines to 50. 50 is up for Philippines. The scoring rate just a shade under 4 runs per over. We've got 7 overs to go after this. 7 wickets in hand as well. Donovan looking really good. She's getting into her zone now, 21 of 22. She's been able to weather the storm and she knows what to expect from the Chinese bowler. She's seen the ball quite nicely. That ball dipped very late, but that's going to be a no ball, I'm afraid. Yuzi just throwing that one high in the air. The ball probably slips out of her hands. And a license for Donovan to go big. She's got to make the most of it, I guess. This is a chance. An inside edge was looking to go big on the leg side. They'll just settle for a single. So free hit delivery not costing China much. Only a single. On the pass, turned away. It's into the gap. She's nicely struck that Keen, and it'll make it to the boundary. A good finish to the over. A big one for Philippines as well. 8 runs coming off it. We'll take another look at the replay. Much fuller this time. On the pads, easy pickings for Keen. All she had to do was get some bat on it. Timing was excellent. And outfield, although it's a little sluggish here, the ball raced away to the boundary for a 4. It's 56 for 3 after 13. Oh, that's a pretty high full toss. What will the umpire say? No ball. Out comes the arm, the right arm. Yuting has picked up a wicket, but she hasn't started this over well on a positive note. Another freebie for Donovan coming up. Low full toss again. This time advances down the ground over the infield, but straight to long on. They've come back for the second run. Good running between the wickets. Philippines are ensuring that the runs keep piling up at a steady rate, and they're doing that. 59 already on the board. At this rate, they can go on to score even 100. If they touch 100, that will be a big, big score for China to chase. And out stumped. Has she been stumped? Umpire will probably get together. The two umps will probably get together, but clearly Donovan had misread the line of the ball. She was deceived in the flight. The keeper could not collect it cleanly, although she's telling the umps that she has removed the bails. And I think a decision has been made. Donovan once again gets a lifeline, I think. Now that was an opportunity. That was a real opportunity for Yuting and for China to put the brakes on, because Philippines at the moment are motoring along nicely. They needed the prize wicket of Donovan. She's put a prize on her wicket, that's for sure. And to see her demise, China would have wanted to see her back, but they just could not capitalize on those opportunities. This time goes for the reverse. No response from the umpire. Donovan just playing around a little bit with the bowlers now. She's very confident. She's growing in confidence. She's growing in stature. And Chinese bowlers are finding it hard to contain the flow of runs, especially when she's batting. They had the opportunity to dismiss her. The glove work could have been a little better behind the stumps. Now that's been chipped high in the air. I don't think she's got the distance. And another catch goes down. China are just not helping themselves on the field. They've dropped far too many catches. Donovan gets another life. How many lifelines she's got? Far too many in this match. Could it be her day? Surely it's her day. She's gotten away on multiple occasions. That catch was a dolly of a catch. Should have been taken. There was no timing on that whatsoever. Yuting will not be pleased with the effort from her teammate out there. Last ball of the over. Keeps that one out. Could have been a wicket taking over had that catch been taken down the ground. 14 overs done at 60 for 3. So the projected scores now looking very good for Philippines. 85 if they go at this rate. I'm sure they'll be looking to get more than that. 6 and over will take them 9 to 96. 8 and over will get them past 100. They're scoring so well. Even if they score at 6 runs per over, they can still get mighty close to the 100-run mark. And that, I can tell you, will be a very competitive score on this track, and especially at this venue. Donovan riding her luck, and she is living quite dangerously. She's played quite a lot of shots uppishly in the air, a lot of risk involved as well. But the Chinese fielding has not been up to the mark. The fielders have let themselves down. They've let the bowlers down Bowlers doing all the hard work, but fielders are just not there to back them up. That will just dampen their morale a little bit. China have a habit of picking up wickets early on inside the power play. That didn't really happen, and the fielding on top of that has been quite poor as per their standards. China will need to find a way to get Donovan out if they want to stem the flow of runs and achieve a period of calm. Then they really need to get her out, get her out of the equation. Otherwise, it's turning out to be a smooth ride for Philippines. They're marching along nicely. They've got their eyes set on a big score. Anything around 100 is going to be a very challenging score on this track. Although it's not a very big score in T20 format, but on this venue, it will surely test the team batting second. Now that's been clubbed away on the leg side, and the fielder in the deep tried to put the dive in, but to no avail. The ball has evaded her, and it's found the boundary. Donovan going along nicely. She's into her 30s. That was belted away on the leg side. She really struck that ball nicely. It was a half tracker as well. Made full use of it. Score moves on to 66. 5 overs to go after this over. 100, anything around 100 looks like a real possibility. That's for sure. Cut away, but a misfield by the fielder at short cover. That really should have been stopped. They'll take a single. One ball left in this over. A little bit of width on offer, but Keane just allows that one to go through. 15 overs done. It's 67 for 3. Muting into the attack. She's tried really hard to manufacture a wicket. She's just not been able to get the assistance of her teammates. Few catches have gone down off her bowling. Other bowlers have also toiled hard, but the fielding has not been up to the mark. A loopy full toss just over the fielder at short mid wicket. That was powerfully struck. That was travelling. Long on does really well to put the stop. Now this will be a wide. Now the keeper was excited for a moment. She was appealing, possibly for a stumping, but umpire unmoved on that occasion. Wide signaled. Punch off the back foot just falls short of the fielder at short extra cover. She certainly tried to play that ball in the air. Luckily, it did not carry. Leaves it alone. A bit of a rarity. Keane has left a couple of deliveries that have been pitched outside off stump. We saw her do that in the last over. She left one delivery, and even in this over, she's done that as well. This time, she offers a shot, punches it into the gap just wide of the fielder at extra cover. She's wanting the second run. This could be close. Oh, the throw not quite accurate enough, not quite fast enough, and they were able to complete the second run with ease. Score now moves on to 71, and this is getting slightly out of hand for China. They'll be chasing a big score, batting second in the second half, that's for sure. Played off the back foot straight to the fielder at extra cover, can't find the gap. End of the over. It's 71 for 3. So Hewing to continue. Misses out on that occasion. Hewing just targeting her pads, not giving her room. Happy to leave that one alone because that will be a wide. So Philippines cruising along quite nicely. That one's gone through between bat and pad. Narrowly misses the leg stump as well. I think that's a wicket. So a wicket has fallen, and Ewing breaks the partnership and balls a peach of a delivery to get rid of Keane. Balls a similar sort of delivery again, and this time that it's been well negotiated. Donovan still out there. She's played a fine cameo, a fine knock under very difficult circumstances. She'll be mighty proud with what she has achieved. Sure, Philippines would probably be happy with her knock as well. End of the over. It's 74 for 4 after 17. So going to continue straight to the fielder at point, and they will take risky singles now. I think it's almost time. 17 deliveries to go. They will run for almost every delivery. Every run matters. They have to make it count. Well, that's a pretty high full toss. She advanced. She did advance down the ground. And now the umpire is checking. And no ball is the signal from the umpire. Nothing going China's way at the moment. Oh, she's got that one through. I guess. Donovan. No, is she out or not out? I guess. She's still there. But that got the bowler excited. She didn't realize that it's a free hit delivery. You can't be out on a free hit ball unless you were run out or obstructing the field or hit the ball twice. I think China will just be looking to get through the overs without a lot of damage. The partnership is still going strong. Donovan out in the middle, and she's held the innings together like a glue. She's been the pick of the batters for Philippines. Now she tucks that one away on the leg side, hurries through for a quick single. She's played a very remarkable innings, an innings of substance, really. Not sure if she'll be able to get to her 50, but she has played her part. She's certainly played her part. Philippines now inching closer to the 80 run mark. I'm sure they would want to get past 80 and get even past 90 and get 100 runs if possible. Driven this time down the ground towards mid off. Will just be a single. Oh, how close was that to the off stump? There's an appeal. They're all appealing, but the umpire just not interested on that occasion. 18 overs done, 2 overs to go. Philippines are 78 for 3. So Hewing to ball the penultimate over of the innings, and that's been swept away on the bounce to the fielder at deep square leg. It was a little high, I would say. Loopy full toss gets away with it. Cleaned her up. Donovan's resistance has come to an end. After 44 deliveries, she's got to go. A remarkable knock, 34 runs. A valiant contribution with the bat. That one just skidding through off the surface. Donovan was looking to play it off the back foot, but it just skidded through a bit too quickly and brushed the top of the stumps. Hewing gets the wicket and breaks the partnership in the process as well. The anchor batter has gone, and China, can they try to pull things back from here? Will they be able to do so? 10 more deliveries left in the innings. And now they got the danger batter out of the equation. So certainly it will be a big sigh of relief for them. So Castillo out in the middle. And now Philippines will be looking to accelerate. They may not get that acceleration now towards the back end. It'll just slow them down a touch because they lost their in-form batter Donovan, uh, thanks to a peach of a delivery which Huing bowled. She pushed that one through a little quicker. And out is the verdict from the umpire. Would you believe it? What a throw from the fielder. She was yards away from the stumps, had to take the aim, and the batter on that occasion, Castillo, dropped her bat while reaching to the danger end, and she was watching the ball. She really should have been a little alert. Dozy stuff, I would say, from Castillo. She departs for a duck, and it's a double blow for China. They are making an impact in these final overs of the innings. They're really making an impact now, and they're tightening the screws. But my only question is it coming a little too late now? Because almost 80 runs on the board, 1 over to go. Keane still out there. Keane has scored some runs. She's getting into her work. Now then, 2 wickets in quick succession. Run flow down. Pressure on Philippines. So 2 Keanes out in the middle. The 2 Keanes will have to get Philippines over the 90-run mark, at least, if they want to do that. If they achieve to do so, it will be a remarkable feat. That single takes Philippines to 80. A successful over for China. They managed to pick up 2 wickets and dent Philippines quite a bit. 80 for 5 after 19. So Mengting to bowl out. She'll be bowling the final over of the Philippines innings. She's kept the run flow down, has picked up a wicket. There simply haven't been enough wickets for for China, and they'll be disappointed. Now there's a chance, possibly chips it in the air, but falls in vacant territory. Tosses it up, chips it in the air. This could be out. Simplest of the catches by the fielder at extra cover. So wickets tumbling thick and fast for Philippines towards the back end. They're simply not able to get enough acceleration. And in the contrary, what's happening is they're losing wickets in quick time. A soft dismissal, really, just chips it in the air. A half-hearted lofted drive, I would say. There's no power behind that shot, no timing whatsoever, and straight into the breadbasket of the fielder inside the inner ring. Sixth wicket goes down. Keen goes for a golden duck, and it's from the looks of it, I guess it's Busa who's walked out to the middle. We'll find out for sure if my assumption is correct. Yes, Busa it is. She's got 4 balls to go. And she's got to make the most of it. Philippines has to make the most of it. And that's a wide. That will help. They need these runs. They desperately need these runs. And now umpire just having a chat with Meng Ting, advising her not to get into the protected area. She's getting mighty close. Oh, what was that? Busa was expecting that the ball will go down the leg side, and then she saw the ball spin across and had to get some bat on it to keep it out. Now she changes her mode of attack, comes round the wicket to Busa. Now this has to be close. This has to be very, very close. Busa knows it. She has played it. She's played all around it. Meng Ting has another one under her kitty, and that's how Busa's innings came to an end. Full and straight, not full, but really on the shorter side, but plays all around it. It was certainly going on to hit the stumps by all means. Umpire had no doubt whatsoever. So Philippines just disintegrating a little bit after Donovan's wicket. This could be another close call. Wrapped on the front pad, not able to get that one away. Ball may have, I guess, pitched outside the leg stump. Now, last ball of the innings, when China have done really well to tighten the screws towards the back end. They have not allowed Philippines to go big in these death overs. She'll have to reball that. Meng Ting has been the most successful bowler for China in this innings. If the fielding would have been a little better, Philippines may have been restricted 20 runs short of the current score. Now that's been chipped in the air once again. Opportunity for the fielding side. This time the catch has not been taken, and we have seen plenty of drop chances today by the Chinese fielders. They really have to work hard on their fielding. Fielding standards have been a little poor on their part, but Philippines and managed to post 84 runs for the loss of 7 wickets. Let's have a look at the batting card. Top order not getting enough runs. Waldes, although she played a fine hand, fine cameo 11 of 24, and that partnership between Waldes and Donovan really steering Philippines to a commanding position. Donovan, the pick of the batters, 34 of 44, made a remarkable contribution with the bat. Then Keane getting 66 of 25, and then a bit of a collapse. Castillo, Keane, and Busa gone without troubling the scorers. And towards the end, I think they lost a little bit of momentum because of the fall of wickets. Excellent recovery from China towards the end. And here's a look at the bowling card. Ruik, for a change, has gone wicketless. Kuan also wicketless. But they were really good early doors with the ball. Meng Ting picked up 3 wickets, could have picked up 4 wickets as well had that catch been taken. 1 wicket each for Huing and Yuting. Towards the end, they were able to put the squeeze on, and they did really well to restrict Philippines to 84. Target for China in this run chase is going to be 85 runs. We'll be back for the run chase after a short break. Stay tuned, everyone.
とちあいかっていう品種が栃木県では一番新しい品種。
甘い。
佐野市名産の完熟いちごをたくさんご用意しております。ぜひお越しください。
佐野の美味しいいちごを使ったパフェをぜひ皆さん作りませんか？待ってます。
いただきます。
昭和レトロ感のあるこの昔ながらのゲストハウスになってます。いろんな地元の人と交流できる場所です。
50% off. 美味しい。
ビーガンとグルテンフリーにこだわってなるべくオーガニックで作っております。皆様ご来場お待ちしてます。
蒸して柔らかく甘くしたお芋をここで皮を剥きます。
涙が出る。
上にジャンプ、そうそう上にジャンプ、そうそのまま。
いらっしゃいます。佐野餃子。
音が
削れる音が気持ちがいいです。
そうです。できました。
いただきます。美味しい。
陰影をつけて描くと絵が生き生きしてくると思います。
出ました。
楽しんでいただけました。
楽しかった。ど真ん中ダノバ
星あんと粒あん。
佐野市がおすすめしている B 級グルメ、芋フライと黒唐揚げ、ぜひ食べに来てね。
柔らかい、おいしい。
いただきます。いただきます。
So, welcome back, everyone. We're minutes away from the run chase. China have a very competitive target, a stiff target ahead of them, mind you. 85 is what they need. Philippines will be disappointed with the way they ended their innings. They simply did not get enough runs in the death overs. Brilliant bowling from China towards the end, especially from Meng Ting, keeping uh, Philippines down to 84. But mind you, this is still a very good score which the Blue Brigade has managed to achieve. And China have just faltered a little bit with the bat in this tournament. And they'll have to score at 4.25 runs per over to get to their target. Let's see how the second half pans out. At the moment, Philippines are in a good state, I would say. And Hating and Japing are the two Chinese openers. They'll have to get off to a good start. Donovan to open up the proceedings in this run chase. She was brilliant with the bat. Now, can she follow it up with the ball in hand? Here we go. First ball of the run chase coming up. Little bit of movement straight away. Japing getting some bat on that one, but not hitting it cleanly enough. Play and a miss. Plays all around it. A gentle half volley. Japing was looking to whip it away on the leg side and totally deceived on that occasion. Could have also chopped it back onto her stumps had she got some bat on it. Not a very convincing shot from her, but two good deliveries from Donovan to begin with. They need wickets, Philippines, if they want to build any sort of pressure on China early doors. And this is really a good time to pick up wickets because the ball is new. It tends to move in the air and off the deck as well. And batters don't really look to take chances, especially inside the first couple of overs. You just want to see off the new balls, and that is the time you got to set an attacking field placement and ball consistently in the right areas, create those opportunities, create those wicket taking balls. Little bit of shape away and just didn't carry to the fielder at short extra cover. She was diving forward and she was just inches away from the ball, mind you. Another tentative drive from Japing. Just chips that one in the air, goes hard at that one. Four dot balls in a row in this over. Leaves that one alone. Was flirting with the wide guideline, mind you. Ideal length as well. Line perhaps a little wide, but excellent length from Donovan on that occasion. She's getting the ball to move away. Now, can she surprise Japing and get this ball to shape back in? We'll find out. We'll find out now. One ball remaining in this over. She's hammered that down the ground. Doesn't get hold of it. Mid on intercepts it. A maiden over for Philippines and for Donovan. It's none for none after one. So spin from the other end. Adriano to ball her leg spin. Now she is also a very, very tricky customer to contend with. She gets the ball to spin away from the right-hander. Now Hating, the left-hander, is on strike. So Adriano will be looking to spin the ball back into Hating. And it'll bring all three modes of dismissals in play. Bowled, caught, leg before wicket. Tricky times for Hating. It's all about survival for her. Now that's way off target. That'll be a wide. Bonus runs. They'll take a run. They'll possibly come back for the second. This could be close. Trouble, trouble, trouble. The bails have been removed. And, well. I think she's safely in. But for a moment, it did look like she was struggling. Philippines would have got their first wicket off a wide. Would have been an absolute game changer. An absolute tragedy for China as well. So China are off the mark in this run chase. 3 runs on the board. Wide again. Adriano not quite able to get her line right, and she's asked the umpire that she wants to ball from round the wicket just to correct her radar a little bit. Nicely tossed up, cut away this time into the gap, wide of the fielder at point. She'll give it a chase, and they will come back for a couple more. Good running between the wickets. Much better delivery, much better line from Adriano from round the wicket, getting the ball to spin back in, pitching it just outside off stump line. That's exactly where you want to be as a bowler. Ensure that you don't get it too straight, otherwise with that turn which she's getting, it's going to go down leg. Loopy delivery on that occasion, beaten on the drive. There was a lot of air time on that ball, mind you. Cut away uppishly, just falls short of the point fielder. Now there's a misfield, which means more runs for China. Looking for the pull, misses out, and that will be the end of the over. It's 8 for none after 2. Low full toss this time, and that's through the keeper as well. More runs for China. Runs starting to come for China gradually. The acceleration which we are seeing, it's happening, and these are good signs for China. Not so good for Philippines. They've got a good score on the board. They've not been able to pick up wickets, and now they're giving away runs. Oh, that's a pretty high full toss. That clearly has to be above waist, I reckon. All eyes will be on the umpire. Is that a no ball? No, just gets away with it. I personally thought it was quite high. Down the leg side. Clearly, Donovan not quite getting her control right. She's been a little erratic in this over. Highly uncharacteristic of her. She's somebody who hits the ground running from ball number one. And the second over, she's just not able to get her rhythm right. And she's spraying it to all parts. Low full toss this time. So you've seen two full tosses, one delivery down the leg side. She's been all over the place, I'm afraid. She hasn't gone away. She hasn't given away a lot of runs, but clearly she's not been able to ball a consistent line and length. On the pads this time, another full toss. This time it's been tucked away on the leg side for no run. Now that's been driven, but not quite cleanly enough. Results in another dot ball. Left alone. And Donovan manages to get through that over. And after three, China are 10 for none. Oh, she's got the wicket. A big, big wicket. That's gone through. Japing, completely deceived by the flight of that delivery. The ball spinning across her as well. And that's a peach. She goes onto the back foot. It was an in between length, really. She failed to pick the length early, and she's paid the price. China lose an early wicket, and Philippines strike just at the right time. It's 10 for 1. So Z walks out to the middle, and Adriano has got her confidence up after picking that wicket, finally landing it right. That's been pulled away on the leg side, just wide of the fielder at short backward square leg. It will be cut off, and Z opens her account with a single. Driven this time. Oh, misfield. I think the fielder just overran the ball. And she tried to go to her left, but the ball went the other way, allowing China to pick up a comfortable single. Plays it on the back foot, opens the face of the bat, guides it to short backward point. Quick single taken, quick glove work, but not quick enough. Z was quick to get to the other end. So 71 runs needed in 16.2 overs. Still, China are very much in with a chance, by all means. They've got wickets in hand, they're scoring at just a shade under 4. As long as they keep getting the runs consistently, they'll feel better. They'll have to be mindful that they don't chew a lot of dot deliveries. Now that will really bump up the asking rate and put a lot of enormous pressure on them. So that's something they've got to be mindful of. So far it's been good going, but they've lost a wicket and they'll have to regroup pretty quickly. Steps out this time and just taps it down to mid-on. Quick single taken. 4 overs done. It's 15 for 1. Donovan to continue into a third over. He's given away just 1 run. She's also been pretty tidy, but in her last over, she struggled with her length. She was way too full on a few occasions, balled a few full tosses, which weren't punished, luckily for her. Steps out into the pads, a low full toss once again. Just couldn't get that away. Oh, that's a brilliant ball into the block hole, tailing back in very late. Zing. Z's correction, getting her bat down just in time to keep that out. Halfway through this over, no run yet, required run rate climbing. Almost around 5 now. Don't want this to creep up any further. We all know what can happen if the required run rate goes past the 6 run mark. Wrapped on the toes this time. Not sure whether she got any bat on it. Oh, direct hit. Would have been very, very close. Leg by signaled. So no runs off the bat for Z on that occasion. Oh, how close was that from the off stump? Hating was hanging back in her crease. She should have been well forward to a delivery like that. That ball just misses the off stump by a very, very slim margin. That was mighty, mighty close. Hating will be thanking her stars that she survived that ball. That was a testing delivery from Donovan. Really challenging Hating big time on that occasion. That's a terrific ball from Donovan. Can she ball a similar delivery like that again? One ball to go in the fifth over. It's been a very, very quiet over for China. Yorkerland delivery again, just marginally outside off stump this time, left alone by Hating. 5 overs done, it's 16 for 1. So 3-0 to continue. And they quickly take a single first ball off her bowling. Turn that away on the leg side. She has to hurry. Quick single, easily done in the end. Tried to sweep that one away. Didn't really get any bat on that one. Pulled away off the back foot into the gap, straight to deep square leg. Got 3 singles in this over. This will make China feel a little bit better. The run rate had just slowed down a touch after that wicket. Required run rate still under 5. They've got to ensure that they score consistently to keep the required run rate well below 5. Cut away this time and just managed to find the gap between short third and backward point. And they come back for the second run throw. Really off target, as you could see. It went miles above Busa's head. Oh, there's an appeal. Impact may have been just marginally outside, and they hurry through to take a quick single. So productive over for China. In the end, power play is done. It's 22 for 1. 63 of 84. That's the equation. Very much gettable. Very much in China's control. Play and a miss on that occasion. Now a bit of a fumble has allowed the two Chinese batters to sneak a run in the form of a bye. Wide signal eventually. Just a little too straight on that occasion. Oh, she struck on her pads, but pitching probably outside leg. That's what saved her in the end. Nearly had zing on that occasion. '61 of 81. China have got off to a start. They've only lost a wicket. Scoring rate has been good. Partnership developing, hating, getting into her work. Zing, flashing hard at that one. Just did not get the connection there. Nicely defended. Opens the face of the bat. A bit of a misfield by the fielder at point. They'll hurry, but they'll only be able to get a single. China just trying to wipe out the deficit bit by bit. And this is turning out to be a very tense encounter. China not giving it away. They mean business. They want to fight. We were expecting a very Good start with the ball from Philippines. They've started off well, but they've only been able to pick up a wicket. We're getting into the halfway stage of the innings. Just one wicket lost. 79 balls in the bank, 60 to get. China have the upper hand at the moment. But they'll have to keep batting sensibly. They've got to ensure that they have wickets in hand. That was nicely done in the end. 7 overs done. It's 26 over 1. China require another 59 runs to win in 13 overs. This is out on the cut shot. Slightly wider, a little bit of room. Hating just could not make the most of it. She's capitalized on anything which has been slightly wider. That's been pulled away on the leg side into the gap between square leg and mid wicket. Easy single there. That's been swept once again quite nicely. Behind square on the leg side. Sweeper will cut it off. At the moment, China is dealing in singles. And that's what they need to do. They don't need to manufacture big shots. They don't have to be aggressive. They don't need to take risks. Keep wickets in hand. Try to take the game deep. And they'll get very close to their target. Just 52 runs needed for victory. Correction, 57. So China definitely have a chance of ending up on the winning side. And that's a drag down. Too short. That's been pulled, but straight to the fielder. Hating will be disappointed that she could not punish Adriano on that occasion. That was way too short, asking to be hit. All she could do was get a single there. Opens up her bat, and this could be close. Trouble, trouble. Throw a little wider for Adriano. She had to reach out for that. And by the time she whipped the bails off, Z was already in. End of the over. Another over takes by. China in control at the moment. It's 30 for 1 after 8. That's really wide and very, very wayward. A poor delivery to start with. And Philippines can't afford to gift away runs. They're giving away runs, required run rate around 4.5, certainly doable by all means. Current run rate under 4, but that's not an issue. They've got wickets in hand, hating, just getting into her zone. So Philippines need a wicket. And at the moment, they're just allowing China to get off the hook. Nicely balled Yorker into the block hole, and she's found the gap, runs for Z. She's hit that on the leg side, and they'll come back for an easy couple of runs. Too short down the leg side, well stopped by the fielder at square leg. That ball had some pace on it. It was traveling. Did really well to stop that. That's been nudged down the ground to mid-on for a single. Current run rate now looking very good, above 4. Required run rate, current run rate, almost neck and neck. Exactly 50 runs needed for victory. Certainly, victory is within sights for China. An inside edge on that occasion. Mid-on collects it. Plays it straight back to the bowler. Another block hole length delivery, a good delivery, I must say. That will be a wide. Was going for the wide Yorker, just gets her radar wrong, just wide, just past the wide guideline. And I wonder if that extra delivery will cost Philippines. Over was turning out to be a tidy one. That delivery will have to be reballed. Plays it straight down the ground to mid-off. And a tidy over comes to an end for Philippines. 9 overs done. It's 36 for 1. And that's a very short pitch delivery down the leg side. Just could not get the gap behind square on the leg side. Once again on the shorter side, but this time not short enough. Pulled away, but straight to the fielder. Runs are getting hard to come by for China. In the past few deliveries, we've seen them struggle a little bit. They've not been able to hit the ball in the gaps. Pulled away once again. This time she finds the gap, beats the fielder at square leg. Will not make it to the boundary. Will be a single, I reckon. A couple of runs, so that's a bit of a boost. Run rate, current run rate, required run rate, just a minor difference, really. Not a lot. Philippines will have to find a way to pick up wickets. They can't afford this game to go deep. That'll be a wide. Bonus runs. They'll take the run. They'll take the first run. They'll even go for the second run as well. 3 bonus runs added to the total. Score now moves on to 41. That is what they need to avoid, Philippines. And China, almost halfway through the run chase. They've knocked off nearly 50% of the runs. So 44 runs needed and 52 deliveries. Goes low on her knees, pulled away to deep mid wicket. Takes an easy single. That's been clubbed. Clubbed away on the leg side. The 2 boundary riders in the deep. We'll just keep it down to a single. So 42 runs needed. The remaining 10 overs. And at this stage, game is nicely set up for both China and Philippines. It's 43 for 1 after 10. Time for the players to replenish their hydration levels. So we're done with the drinks. 42 needed in 60 balls. China are in a very good position of registering a win here against Philippines. Tucks it away on the leg side. Doesn't get a run. China are very much in business. They're in such a good state. Required run rate not an issue. There's a lot of difference between runs required and balls left. Difference of 17. That's been nicely cut away. I think she's found the gap, but the ball does not have enough legs to reach the boundary. They'll scamper back for the second run. Chips it in the air and just over mid-off. Just manages to clear the fielder there. She's trying to go after that ball. The ball just kept evading her. Very, very tentative. Some signs of aggression being shown here by the Chinese batters, but they've got to be careful. They shouldn't be looking to get ahead of themselves. Required run rate not at all an issue. 38 runs needed in 57 balls. They've got all the time in the world, really, to get themselves in. Now that's been heaved away on the leg side, uppishly, albeit, but no harm done. "36 of 56, difference of 20 between runs and balls. Nicely driven through the offside, wide of the fielder at extra cover. And the 50 is up for China. This is a remarkable display with the bat. And they've looked in total control all the way through. Scoring rate well over 4.5. And when you're chasing 85, you're scoring at almost 5, and you've got wickets in hand, you're surely in the driver's seat. 35 runs adrift, 35 needed in 55 balls. China inching closer. On inside edge. Lucky that she got away with it. A risky shot, a rash shot, which could have led to her demise. End of the over. China cruising along nicely at the moment. So Smith to continue. And the moment Philippines are searching, desperately searching for ways to break this partnership and to stem the flow of runs. There's some easy runs in the offing. And it's getting too easy for the Red Army. And if they finish third, it'll give them some confidence as they exit the tournament. That's been cut away. Just wide of the fielder at short third. She gets a single, and that's what China needs at the moment. They are able to do it quite easily in singles and doubles. They don't have to go for a big shot or do anything different or try anything funky. There's no pressure whatsoever. Hating has moved into her 20s and she's starting to look good. She's now the pick of the batters for China, the leading run scorer in this run chase. And she's got to stay till the end and convert this score into a match winning one. Pulled away on the leg side. Fielder will get around it. And another couple of runs. Frustration for Philippines. These are frustrating times, a real headache for the captain as well. She's unable to contain the flow of runs, and China wiping out the deficit with every passing delivery. They are getting closer and closer to the target, 29 of 50. So the difference between runs and balls widening once again. Scoring rate on the higher side, it's inching forward. It's 4.8 now. Pulled away on the leg side, a bit of a misfield at square leg, and another easy single, I reckon, for China. On the shorter side once again, straight to the same fielder, and this is pure tragedy. I'm afraid China were looking so good and not sure why they wanted to take that run. Z was not at all interested. Hating was off. She hit it straight to the fielder. This time, no fumble whatsoever. She started running, and Z was not at all interested. I guess Hating has been dismissed. A wicket will possibly open the doors for Philippines a little bit, but only just. China still very much in this contest. It's 56 for 2. So that will also be the end of the over as well. So Z was the one who was dismissed. Hating still out there. Was suicidal running between the wickets, total miscommunication, giving Philippines a wicket, a vital wicket, but that will not help. That's a wide down the leg side, 28 runs needed for victory. Shapes back in quite late in the air. Nicely kept out. That one's gone down the leg side. Will be another wide. Frustrating for Philippines. They don't have enough runs under the belt. They don't have a big margin or a big cushion, and they simply can't be giving away runs at this rate. That's been slapped through the offside, just wide of the fielder at cover. The score moves on to 59, 26 more runs needed. Now it is China's game to win, really. They've got wickets in hand, they've got deliveries as well. Scoring rate well above 4.5, almost touching 5. So they don't have anything to worry about. It's getting quite easy for them. Yorker in delivery digs that one out. A bit of a fumble. Will they take a single? Guess not. Don't want to risk it. Just like the previous over. Defended on the front foot. Straight to the fielder at extra cover. Into the block hole once again. Two good Yorkers. She has nailed it right. It hasn't been at the stumps. Goes inside out. Drives it straight to the fielder. My word, they were thinking of a run there. But it's a good thing that they decided against it. 13 overs done. It's 59 for 2. So hitting out in the middle. She has really stayed there for a very long time, and she's made a very valuable contribution with the bat as well. 24 of 39. She's done the bulk of the scoring. Now she's got to apply the finishing touches for her side. She's a well set batter. That will be a wide. Score moves on to 60 now. Return off a cutaway, a bottom edge, straight to the fielder at short third. And they hurry through for a quick single. That's been sliced in the air over the infield. And it's trickling away to the boundary. And it will be a 4. So, what a way to get off the mark. Zwing absolutely smashing that one. Clears the infield with ease. It was a low full toss. And she got hold of it. And got it over extra cover as well. Second boundary of the run chase, I guess. And that will help them minimize the deficit. The deficit now down to 20. And clearly, the Philippines don't have enough runs now. 20 needed, 39 balls to go. China in the driver's seat. They're inching closer to victory. That one's gone down the leg side. Will be a wide plus an additional run. So 18 more runs needed for victory. That's been whipped away on the leg side. Was it off the bat? She was late to react to that run. Leg by signaled. And China just inching closer. Able to get runs quite easily. Oh, that was very, very close. She's looking to play across the line and inside edge. Could have easily played it onto her stumps. Gets away with it, evades the keeper as well. Take another single. Nicely defended this time from the crease. And that will bring us to the end of the over as well. A productive over for China. They're on the brink of a win here at Sano International Cricket Stadium. Chips it in the air, down the ground and over. Mid-off doing everything right. Tried to get a hand to it. Just couldn't get anywhere near the ball. China move on to 70 with that single. Slogs it away on the leg side, over mid-wicket. She hasn't really got hold of it. It will be intercepted, but they'll come back for a couple more. Just 12 runs needed, a dozen runs away from victory. And China, in all likelihood, will seal the third spot in the points table. They're looking good. These are good signs. 5 overs to go after this one. 12 runs needed and 8 wickets in hand. Clearly, the batting side in the driver's seat. Philippines will be disappointed with the way they ball. Now a full toss. This will be a no ball. A top edge over the keeper's head. Will it go all the way to the boundary? It does. So boundary and a no ball. So nothing going right for Philippines. Runs required down to 7. It will be a free hit. Mingui does really well to get some bat on that one and manages to dispatch that towards the boundary. Albeit above the keeper's head, though, a very unorthodox shot, but still it earns her a boundary. 7 runs needed. Chances are the game could get over in this over, given the way the things have progressed. Low full toss, clipped in the air, chipped, I should say, just over extra cover, and another couple of runs. Ming and Hating have decided that this will be the final over of the match. They're now taking their chances. Inside edge, whips it away on the leg side. Quick single, a direct hit as well. But I think Ming had made it comfortably. Just a boundary away from victory. That's just a little too wide. Now 3 runs needed, and Philippines are really giving it in a plate to China. It's turning out to be a very comfortable run chase. For a moment, I thought it'll be a tricky target of 85. Never easy, but Philippines have just not been able to exert their dominance with the ball. Clipped away on the leg side, and now there's an appeal for a run out, not given. Gone through. That's gone through our defenses. And Hating has to go. What a fine knock she has played. Her innings comes to an end. Philippines have a wicket, but I get a feeling it's a little too late now. In the slot on that occasion, little bit of swing into the left-handed batter. Gets bowled through the gate, hits the timber. It's 82 for 3. China required 3 runs in their remaining 5 overs. Now this probably should be the last over. Starts off with a wide. That's been heaved away on the leg side. And now scores are level. Just 1 run needed for victory. It's been shipped down the ground. This could be tight. Oh, there could have been a run out at the bowler's end. Somehow, Yuting gets through to the other end. A risky single. It doesn't really matter now because they've got over the line. It's a handsome win for China. They have been able to chase a big target of 85 and they've been able to wrap up the run chase well inside 20 overs. With wickets in hand, they've got to their target with 7 wickets to spare. Philippines will be a touch disappointed. They were really good with the bat. They didn't quite have the same impact with the ball. Looking at the batting card, Japing was dismissed early doors. She fell without troubling the scorers, then fight back from Hating and Z. Hating, the pick of the batters, 25 of 44, came at a very slow rate, but that didn't really matter because they also got the assistance of extras, 24 extras conceded by Philippines bowlers, 17 of 12, a rapid cameo from Ming towards the end, powering China well over the line. And that's the bowling card for you. Nothing much to talk about, just a wicket each for Adriano and Keane. Adriano tried to bowl her heart out. She's the second most economical bowler. And Donovan also was very impressive, just giving away 10 runs, going at 2 runs per over. Smith and Busa were wicketless. There's simply not enough wickets. They were only able to get 3 wickets and they were not disciplined with the ball as well, giving away 24 extras, making China's run chase very easy. And that's the match summary for you. Philippines managed to get to 84. It could have been a lot more, but some brilliant bowling towards the end from the Chinese bowlers, Meng Ting being the pick of the bowlers. Katie Donovan started with the bat, 34 of 44 was what she managed. China in response were able to get to their target quite easily with 7 wickets to spare. Hating was the leading run scorer for China in that run chase, 25 of 44. Just a wicket each for Adriano and Keane in the second half of the game. And that's the end result. China have won by 7 wickets and they have claimed the 3rd spot in the points table. So our live coverage for this game has come to a close. We're all set for the grand finale, which is going to take place between Japan and Hong Kong. It will start in just under 2 hours time from now. So plenty of action to look forward to. The weather's still pretty good. No signs of rain yet. So we'll bring you all the live action very shortly. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Thank you so much for watching.
佐野市がおすすめしている B 級グルメ、芋フライと黒唐揚げ、ぜひ食べに来てね。
柔らかい、おいしい。
佐野市名産の完熟いちごをたくさんご用意しております。ぜひお越しください。
美味しいいちごを使ったパフェをぜひ皆さん作りませんか？待ってます。
昭和レトロ感のあるこの昔ながらのゲストハウスになってます。いろんな地元の人と交流できる場所です。
50% オフ。
ビーガンとグルテンフリーにこだわってなるべくオーガニックで作っております。皆様のご来場お待ちしてます。
蒸して柔らかく甘くしたお芋をここで皮を剥きます。
涙が出る。
上にジャンプ、そうそう、上にジャンプ、そうそうそう、そのまま。
佐野餃子。
音ができました。
いただきます。美味しい。
陰影をつけて描くと絵が生き生きしてくると思います。
できました。
楽しんでいただけました。
楽しかった。いただきます。